like I was saying before, like, you know, when artists, when they get the euphoria, when they enjoy the excitement of them being an artist, is usually that moment when they have that pop. You know, like, you know, it makes them feel like they've worked hard. You know, they're now satisfied. Like, you know, they have that. You know, the hard work has paid off. You know, get me? So I think it's usually around like a year or two when you have that number one song, and, you know, streaming everywhere, and, you know, that's when the joy is an artist can, you know, like, just act the fool before the pressure of staying stable and, you know, remaining at the top, you know, then comes. You get me? So it's, what do you guys think?
I don't think it's up to 2 years.
Maybe like a year.
It's a year at most. It's a year.
Asake is enjoying it right now.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
How long has it been now?
I think this year, late last year with the EP that he dropped. Was it last year or this year? I think it's earlier this year. But the point I'm trying to make is, it's not up to 2 years. It's just a year at most. Because we know, I'm pretty sure we know guys we heard in 2020 and we're no longer hearing them anymore.
Of course.
So,
but they too, they enjoyed that euphoria.
Yeah,
that's what
definitely.
I'm saying.
You are going to enjoy it. It's a feel good factor. It comes with a whole lot of, like, it's a breakthrough. Yeah. You've been nobody knows how long you've been on the ground doing you.
But then again, most time artists, they get lost in that moment.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. That's what you think?
I think it's like winning a trophy, like a football team winning a trophy. You see, the buzz comes and the happiness and the joy, the celebration, but you have to get back to training and work to keep that spot, to keep bringing that heat. You have to go back to your drawing board, work harder. So it's like a challenge. It's not like a but you can't relax on that. You have to keep working at it to maintain that superstar status. You want to have a #1 record all the time, because if you don't have it, the world will move faster. They will just leave you behind.
Of course, and it's highly competitive, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Like I like new artists. They just keep popping up and keep popping up every second. Like you know, when you go on your DSP, you just see a brand new artist. But I think most of the people, like most people, listeners, right, audience, they tend to get like the artist that is at #1. You know, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, that becomes like a rave, a new wave in town. That's when people start noticing new artists. But like, if you're a music head, you know, when you are streaming, you get to see some of this bubbling on that artist. You know, who are trying to come up.
Like you said on the episode of Song of the Week, you said something about this is your Song of the Week. You can't say what will be next week.
I'm telling you.
Because everybody keeps dropping hits back to back every now and then.
Day.
Your #1 song today might not be your #1 song tomorrow.
Of course.
It is what it is. It's a very competitive industry.
And that song is still my Song of the Week, though.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What song is that again?
Cuckoo by Candy Blakes. Yeah.
Okay. That song is.
She's dope. She's dope.
She is.
No, can you say she's dope? I don't want to say, like, it's just a song that has just popped. But I like
but
it.
she's been around for a minute.
I know. But this one in particular is just so different. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know where she went to. You know, before she was able to come up with
slang that is like Trabaye and all those things. You know?
No, that Trabaye is another level on its own. Like, Asake is like
everybody's on it. Even Burna Boy at Madison Square Garden, he said something about
Trabaye.
I think Trabaye was actually started. It was started by
Zazu.
It was pocolee. It was what I said.
Baby Trabaye. Actually,
people just started like it didn't say. I don't think anybody knew what the meaning was when he said it.
Yeah.
Until Asake made a song out of it.
I mean, it took me a very long time.
You know, right? He just said, I think P Prime always said. He just said, "Baby Trabaye." That was what Poco said.
Yeah.
He just said something. Baby Trabaye. So Asake came. So Asake gave a meaning, a proper meaning.
Fact.
I think in that context, it depends on the context you are using it. I can say, this guy is Baby Trabaye.
Of course.
It might not mean you are high. Maybe you're taking it. Trabaye can be like somebody's lying to your mom. This guy is baby.
Can be.
You understand? It depends on the context. But
I think
Asake gave us a meaning.
Yes.
See, there's something about the media or the blogs, the headlines. I read something about a guy that rode a bike from London to Nigeria.
That's true.
But I wanted to point out something in that story. We Nigerians, I guess we're gullible. We don't dig down into stories like that.
We don't research enough.
We don't research enough. Thank you. Because a man said he rode a bike, a motorbike, from London to Nigeria, but that's not true. Because sometimes maybe it was on the ferry, on a boat. You should include river. You know what I'm saying? It's like you saying you use road.
Like there's a smooth
You went on the
road.
boat.
That's true.
Yeah,
though.
I
You know
see.
what I'm
I
saying?
see, but then again, it's like trying to make history. You get
That's
me?
what I'm
Like,
saying.
well, I understand. Like you're gonna cross, rivers, right?
Atlantic Ocean.
Oceans. You can carry that bike, but
know-
once you get on the land, you can start
back
driving.
on the
I
bike.
think it's
So
still
now
cool.
I believe it's two different things that played major roles in that traveling: the water and the road.
But the picture they painted was
Was
just
the road.
a road.
By
of
the
road.
road.
A naive Nigeria would believe that, let me go and get a bike. I'll follow this guy back to
Is
London.
there like a direct route from London all the way to Nigeria? We would
By-
have all traveled
by
there.
road.
That's what I'm
Yes.
saying.
Yeah,
It's not
I
even-
know. I understand what you're saying, but
Everybody's
try
celebrating this
try and
goal.
get the content of what that is.
All right.
It is about a determined person who wants to show that,
I understand.
I mean, it's about maybe he has an agenda. There are some things that he wants to change. I don't know. I think like I saw the post that Bill Gates posted it or something like that. But then again, let's
Bill
not
Gates posted
let's not get distracted by that. I think the idea is from the fact that we can do something. We can make history. We can, be inventive enough to, do some, crazy,
Out of the box
like
things.
just rub minds with some crazy ideas and just do things that is gonna wow us.
yeah.
From
Fair
that
enough.
that thing that he has just done can, help, create something and create something that is going to make something else. And then put a spotlight on a particular, like him going by the road, like he's gonna see some kind of things, become like humanitarian. I don't know if I'm,
So a whole lot of people. Let me just be honest with you. I think a whole lot of people are just attention seekers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get
There's
it,
a
like-
whole lot going on in Nigeria. You know what I'm saying? Like the Chibok girls are still missing. Headsman killings
Hell
and
lot of
all that.
stuff we
But
don't
you now riding a bike. Come on, that's
don't
not
know, I
gonna
think-
add anything to this economy.
I think he was trying to get into the.
I mean, I don't
That's
think-
what I'm saying.
yeah
Personal need
to have like a personal glory. I don't think
Yeah.
is that wrong.
It's
Ain't
not-
nothing
it's not
wrong in that.
It's not wrong.
But what I'm just saying is that it's what we need in Nigeria at the moment.
I mean, like
a
we're
whole lot is going
going
on.
through a lot, so
That's what I'm saying.
we
Yeah.
need relief from some kind of
Just
thing.
like our Sims getting bad because we didn't register for NIN. The stress you went through.
I know, like,
Yeah, but
but
on
we
the
should
security side
all
of
get
it-
our
Thing is,
NIN.
did you hear about the fact that the NIN database was hacked and 3 million Nigerian data was stolen? Did you hear about that? Do you think anybody would be interested in submitting their data to like a database, an
hacked.
institution that cannot keep a database of people safe?
Information of
Yes. I don't know.
I didn't hear about that.
It happened like I think 2 months ago. It happened. So hackers stole 3 million
Information.
Yes, like the data of 3 million people.
I mean, we should all get our NIN, get our PVC.
Come on,
or
we were talking about it the other day. We have BVN, we have NIN, we have what else do we have? Why can't we just have one
We
thing that
have
does
a
everything?
lot
We
of
have a whole lot of things.
We have a lot of
Like
stuff.
in America, they've got social security number, and in the United Kingdom, national insurance number.
Why
That's
can't we
all
just
that.
have
Yeah,
one
yeah.
thing? Why can't we
And
have
they
one
can
thing?
share money all around for their citizens.
I don't know,
Here,
just-
we didn't get nothing
just
for
one thing.
for the COVID-19.
You have the
palliative,
national
we didn't
ID
get
card,
nothing.
you have the NIN, you have the BVN, small time IMEI. We'll start registering our phone every day. It's stressful.
I mean,
It's
you
stressful.
don't want to think too much about Nigerian
Yeah.
problems. I mean, this is the reason why we get ourselves distracted with so many, entertainment,
Yeah.
the pain, the suffering that is,
I get it.
very, very,
Just to relax.
yeah.
And it sells.
It does. I mean, that's why entertainment sells here. You know, like
Sales. There's too much
like,
going on.
and
People
comedy. Like, what else?
Yeah, we're laughing
are
at
we
sorrows
gonna?
of
What else are we gonna be doing if we're not, trying to, laugh or dance and have
the pressure
have a
coming
great
from
time
the
because
car
this,
holding company.
exactly.
They're not bringing. There's no, the fuel is expensive and all the gas and all that.
Do you know I used to say if you make it in Nigeria, like you don't travel out, just make it being in Nigeria. You deserve an award.
Facts.
Like breakthrough award. Like you should be awarded something for like you made it in Nigeria. It's tough. It's
Man,
tough being in Nigeria.
it's really hard out here, man.
Tough.
It's hard out here for a pimp.
Trying to get $1.
I'm telling you.
That's hustle flow right
And the
there.
naira keeps going up. I don't know, like
A baby was in Nigeria.
the baby.
That baby.
Oh, the baby.
With
Yeah.
that Vado.
Oh.
Yeah, he shot
it
a
was
video
it was
in
at
Nigeria.
Davido's
Lagos.
house, yeah. It's a good thing for our entertainment. I think Nigeria is the focus of African music.
Fact.
We are the flag bearer. So every now and then that we are having one of our artists collaborating with maybe an
Western
American
artist.
or a UK based artist, it gives me a sort of joy. Like this generation of artists, they are like crossing over the boundaries that used to be like a milestone. If you get to feature an artist abroad,
Yeah.
you be celebrated like. But this day, I think it's becoming a normal thing. Like,
Yeah. It's good for the industry. Like,
I mean, it's good.
the youth of Nigeria.
Like how?
really-
Yeah. Sorry. No, go ahead.
The youth of Nigeria really puts in a whole lot of work to change the image of Nigeria or Africa as a whole. Because a whole lot of people in the Western world, they didn't know about, like, we could sing, like we can do all these things. But now the youths are shining and projecting Nigeria in a good image, while the politicians are doing bad.
yeah, they're
Every
doing
day
the
they're
most.
stealing billions.
They're
You know what I'm
doing
saying?
the
Yet
most.
they say the youths are lazy. You know what I'm saying? And they're not investing in the entertainment in Nigeria. So they're just working with the little that we have, and it's bringing a whole lot. And when Burna Boy won the Grammy Awards, that was when the government of Port Harcourt started celebrating.
That's really.
I mean, yeah, I don't know, like, I mean, it's worth celebrating, like,
know.
it's when you get, like, an accomplishment and, like, the government then get to, realize, like, how far these guys, are coming. And, I mean, I can understand where you're coming from, like, why was it when Burna Boy got the Grammy that you recognize him, like, that kind of thing. Yeah, I think Nigeria is a country whereby there's a whole lot that is wrong with our democracy, with our economy, with everything. We're struggling. We're on the come up. We're trying to we're building. I mean, even our forefathers, the people who, made us, gain independence, back in the day too. They did a whole lot, just to make so that they can have their own freedom. And since then, we've been, trying to, meet up, as the giant of Africa. Like we've been trying to come up. We've been trying. But it's not really easy because there's a whole lot of tribes, and there's a whole lot of division, all that. So, but if you as an individual you do something and the government perceives it or sees it, I think it's a good thing for the nation, like just to encourage the youth that are coming, like oh, this is a good example, something that you can do as well, like something you can emulate from instead of the negative part, like
But I don't think they're celebrating the youth anyways. They're not doing nothing.
Nobody's celebrating anybody. Like,
that's just it. They're not investing in the youth.
No,
but once the youth is successful right there, that's when they want to come in and share the glory with you.
That's what they do. They did the same thing with Anthony Joshua.
That's what I'm saying.
But what I'm saying is, I don't think it's absolutely wrong
For them to come in when they harvest.
No, like,
you didn't sow into this.
I get, like, there's a whole lot that the government is going through already. There's a whole lot. So if an individual Nigerian become successful at a particular craft, I mean, they're supposed to recognize that so that like other guys too can, you know, see it and say, oh, we can do this. Like how our entertainment industry
I get it.
Like how our entertainment industry is now like popping. Like Afrobeat is to the world. You know how the joy that it gives, you know, someone like me, like, no, I can do something, you know, become a creative, you know, in this industry as well. You know, like then there are so many youths out there to, you know, watch it. It's not everybody that will be able to go to school and, you know, become a lawyer or a doctor or whatnot. And, you know, creativity is limitless. You get me? So I don't think the government, you know, putting a spotlight on a particular individual for becoming an achiever, I don't think that is absolutely wrong.
It is not.
It's not wrong.
It's not.
But when you don't, you didn't invest in.
I get
that
it. Like,
individual.
who has the government invested on? Or in?
That's what I'm saying.
The government can't invest in an individual.
Like
can't. Like for instance, if you're
the
an
entertainment
artist,
industry,
yeah, it can be invested
needs
in.
some part of the budget.
They
in
did
China,
that. They
in
did
America.
that some years back when they gave the entertainment industry, I think the movie industry or something. Like they gave the movie industry some particular amount of money. I think over like 200 million.
Yeah, and the gas at the top of those.
So how they were able to handle that or take care of that, I don't know.
It is the same way.
So,
it's the same
so
thing everywhere.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is like there's a whole lot for the government. Like there's a whole lot on their plates. So us individuals, like citizens, individuals, we should strive hard. So for us to see a Whiskey, Burna Boy, Olamide, you know, become a successful individual or an entity, we should. That's a positive review for the country. So if the sorry to cut you, so if the government then shines a light on that particular person, like you mentioned, Anthony Joshua, I think that's a good thing. It's like it's embracing the whole thing. There's a whole lot that is wrong with this country. If that's where we want to go to, you know.
So let's go.
So but talking about like the nation,
youths are
like
really doing great.
Like talking about how the nation is. If you start talking about it, like you may not want to. It can be very depressing.
Yeah, it is depressing.
It's very, very depressing when you start talking because like there's a whole lot of creatives out there who are struggling. And people look down on them like they're lazy.
We're going to talk about Brymo. Just like
he just dropped an album.
Yeah, he just
bad. It's so cool.
We talked about B-Blend talked about Brymo. Like he was having a conversation with somebody, asking the person like, let's say you are starting up a record label, and you're looking at artists to bring up on your record label. Will you consider signing a Brymo?
I'm about to start a record label.
Yeah.
And I've got the money, the resources.
You've got the money. Like, definitely you want to put your money on artists and you're like, in 2 years I want to make my money back. Would you consider signing an artist like Brymo?
Yes. Well, why not?
That's a long-term plan.
Yeah, Brymo is a different type of artist.
In 2 years, it will take time.
That's what I'm saying.
It take more than 2 years.
Probably I don't understand the question.
Sorry to cut you off. What I'm saying is, would you consider bringing a Brymo? I'm not saying Brymo himself.
It's the brand.
A Brymo.
An artist like Brymo. An artist like Brymo, not Brymo himself. Got you.
Like you are trying to sign artists, you are trying to start up your own.
No.
Why?
Because right now, as a come up artist, it's a whole lot. Like to break an artist out it's not bins.
No, it's not even
like it's super. When you mentioned like 50 million, that was why I said like that's too small. I mean, guys are like heavily invested in this, industry.
An artist like Zeno Liski. 2 years.
In 2 years, you be getting your money.
I mean, this is where like I'd say luck comes in.
Yeah, it does too. Luck.
Like nobody knows the artist that's gonna pop. I mean, you can be mad talented, but like.
Well, it took
Burna
Boy years.
It took Burna Boy years.
Of consistent hard work.
God bless you. You know,
because he was with Aristocrat.
Yeah.
Earlier on, they pushed him. He did remix of I'm over again and some other tracks like that.
he proved himself.
Yeah.
But you know, at the end of the day, you know,
Think so?
luck shined on him, and now he's now the most celebrated artist in the world. Like,
Fact.
one of the most celebrated
Fact.
artists in the world.
Fact.
You get me?
Yeah.